Hi Flosstube and welcome to Punky's Place. My name is Heather. I go by Punky Purls on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, Ravelry, you name it. That's the name I usually go by. First, want to thank everybody for coming and spending a little bit of time with me. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining me, and if you're a return viewer, thank you for coming back. So this video is going to be mostly about cross stitching, but it's going to be a little different because I did do a lot of sewing this Christmas season, so I wanted to show and tell those items that I made. I will be popping in pictures as I talk about the projects because I don't have them here. They've already been gifted. And then I'm also going to do a WIP parade, so I hope you enjoy that. I think I have maybe 18 projects, 18 I would say. And I'll also be talking about WIPGO. I'm going to have to pause the video because Teddy, our Aussie, is ringing the bell. That means he has to go out. So give me 1 second. I let him out and now he's in the office with me. So if you hear chewing, barking, whatever, whining, it's Theodore. He's down by my feet. He might pop his head in and make an appearance. But anyways, let's get back to it. So the first 4 projects I want to share with you are 4 sets of pot holders. I followed a really great tutorial on YouTube, and I'll put the link below. 3 of them are 2 sets of pot holders, and 1 is a pot holder with a mug rug. One of my coworkers is obsessed with drinking coffee, so I figured, and obsessed with Seahawks, so I figured I'll make her a mug rug and 1 pot holder. Hopefully, I mean, she can still use the mug rug as a pot holder too. It still is insulated, but anyway, that's the first set of gifts that I gave. Another one was a dachshund pillow. I made a pillowcase for one of my coworkers who has 2 dachshunds. It is wearing a really cute green plaid sweater and some red festive glasses. He has not received it yet, but he doesn't have any social media, so I'm pretty safe to talk about it here. He's been on leave and we're still teleworking, so I don't know when he'll be actually back in the office to get it. But anyway, so there's that. And the last crafty as far as sewing goes are 3 pillows. I did a quilt as you go pillow. They're all on 16-inch pillow forms, and they all have really cute binding. I just pulled some red and green fabric out of my stash, and I sewed it into, or cut it into 2.5 strips and quilted as I went, and made it kind of like a quilt top. And then I pieced it together in an envelope style and bound it together with quilt batting. Same kind of fabrics. Usually, I think they were all the same red and white stripes, but I'll insert a picture here. There's Teddy. See, now he wants to go outside. I don't think I'm ever going to get this video done. But anyways, so those are the sewing projects. Another project that I did this Christmas time was a cross-stitch ornament. Stitching with the Housewives home. I modified it a little bit to look like my friend's daughter's chickens, Mabel and Gus. This last year during quarantine, when, especially in the beginning part when the grocery stores were out of eggs, she gifted us bunches and bunches of farm fresh eggs. So I decided to tell her thank you by cross-stitching a ornament for her, and it worked out perfectly because their house is actually yellow, so I made her a little ornament for her tree. Another cross-stitch goodie that I made this year, and you guys have seen progress on it, was Merry and Bright by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. That is for my best friend. I gifted it to her on Christmas Eve. I ended up finishing it on a Joann's wood sign, just a one that was on sale. I mounted it to foam core board with some fabric and a bow, and made a cover button and put that on there. It already came with the hanger and she loved it. I modified the pattern a little bit to suit her taste. Obviously, the pattern has 3 children on it, which I kept those, but I made them look like her 3 girls. So I modified the skin tone and the hair a little bit to make it look like her girls. So that was that. I don't think I had any other goodies that I made. I don't think so. So let's get on to the WIP parade now. I know lots of people have WIPs. Old WIPs, new WIPs, you name it, we're all about the WIPs. And I did start this Flosstube to try and get some of my start itis to stop, which that hasn't stopped at all because you need content, but it has got me stitching a lot. So I think this year I had 11 finishes, which I will, if you watch the beginning part of my video, I flashed those on the beginning of the screen like a little slideshow, and I think there's 11 of them. This year I'm going to focus on getting some of these WIPs done. I'm not going to say under control because of course I'm going to add more. There is one project that I will talk about that I have to get finished, but the rest are just because nothing important. Just want to get stitching and not be bored. You see him back there, Teddy. Anyways, let's start. So my oldest WIP, when I was going through all my goodies, is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, of course. And it's called Kawaii Winter Sampler. I started this back in 2012. It is my oldest WIP. It might not ever get finished, but it is cute, so maybe I will one day. I don't know. I should have, if I would have been knowledgeable in watching Flosstube back in those days, I should have made each of these a single and then had like little pillows or ornaments or something. It is stitched on Aida. I don't typically stitch on Aida anymore, but I did find that in the goodie pile. So there is my first WIP. My second WIP is Northern Expressions. I hope I got that right. Northern Expressions? Yes, Northern Expressions Shades of Gold. Like many of you who have watched Flosstube for a while, you probably saw Jan Hicks stitching this, and that's actually why I became obsessed with cross stitch again. Just watching the process of her stitching that gorgeous piece with the silk made me want to stitch it. So I'm doing mine a little different. I am doing mine on 40 count anthracite, and I'm using silky thread in an ecru color. So there's that. WIP number 3, which you guys have seen over the last couple weeks. It's kind of been on a hiatus because I have to focus on it. The satin stitch is a little bit much, and I'm not quite sure if I still like these colors. I don't know. What do y'all think? But I changed the colors to try and go on my fabric a little bit better, which I wish I would have coffee tea dyed this so it was darker and I can actually use the call for. That's another reason why I haven't put any stitches on it. But anyway, so this is Glare of the Sun by Stitches Through the Years. If you head over to her Etsy shop now, I think for the next few hours, she has a sale going on, and all her patterns are really affordable without the sale, but they're extra affordable if you're interested in getting really sweet patterns for an affordable price. So I'll link that down below. Number 3 is Light by Barbara Anna Designs, and I don't have very much, and I don't think I've ever talked about this pattern or this project on Flosstube, but I just picked this up and I pulled floss from my stash just to have something to stitch. Of course, it's on the 32 count Petty Point fabric by Zweigart in gray and white. I love this fabric. I have a little bit more of it left, so maybe I'll do a wintry theme picture on there. Another WIP that I have is from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I got this kit. It's the Squad Ghouls pattern. I don't have much done. I just have the frame of the first one done, but isn't that fabric gorgeous? I don't know. It's hard to tell on here the actual color. I think my light's blowing it out a little bit, but I want to find more of this fabric just to have in my stash because it's gorgeous. So I don't have much done on this. I started it when I got the kit and I put it down after I finished the frame, obviously. So hope to pick this up again this year. Another WIP that I have, I'm going to probably say that a couple more times. I guess I should come up with a different phrase. I don't know. is the Animal Almanac by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It is stitched on a, I want to say it's 32 count opalescence fabric that I got from Hobby Lobby. You can kind of see it shining there. After June, I petered out. I need to pick this one back up. It's so darn cute. And I do have the frame on my wall. You can actually see it behind me. Where's the frame? Right there. That's just generic pictures. It's waiting for this to be finished. So I need to get a move on it. I pulled that one off the scroll rod. None of these projects are obviously ironed. So if that bothers you, sorry. The next one I have is a Carolyn Manning Designs Flower Day Blue. And I haven't picked it up again since the last time you all saw it, but I'll put it here since it is a WIP parade. I don't know. I love PDF patterns, love them. I use Pattern Keeper on my Kindle Fire. Kindle Fire? Is that what you call it? Yeah, Kindle Fire. And I can mark my progress. It tells you the stitches that you've stitched. I love that. Makes me feel like I accomplished something. Paper patterns, I should have made a working copy. I've said this before. That way I could highlight things. I haven't done that yet. I need to, and I think I would be a little bit more motivated to finish it. Also, I could highlight it and not get lost. I tend to get lost on this one. It's not a hard pattern. I just can't apparently. I don't know. The next one, of course, it's another Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. You can tell I was obsessed for a while. Actually, I'm still obsessed. All their stuff is so cute. This one is, which one is this one? Once Upon a Time. This fabric is gorgeous as well. I don't remember which one it is. Let me see. I don't remember, and I didn't write it down, but I will look back. Next time when I talk about it, I'll make sure I have all the details on it. I need a stitch on this one too. So cute. I don't have a frame waiting for this one, but I guess it's a tie between Animal Almanac. I don't know if that one would fit in the frame that I have or not, but if it does, maybe whatever one gets first will go in that frame right there. The next one I have is Midnight Way by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Love this fabric as well. Let me put some things behind it. After Halloween, I put it away for the season, but it will make an appearance again this year. I have it as part of my WIPGO projects. You can see I put in Hilda's brooms already, or the Broomhilda's shop is already done. The cats and bats need the sign. Hi, Teddy. And the book. The bookshop needs to be complete. So there's that one. The next one, I was into stitch-alongs this year. Getting back in the swing of things of cross-stitching. I mean, I had, I think, 11 finishes this year. Not bad for just picking the needles back up, I don't think. A lot of them were gifted. So I don't have very much to show for myself, but next year will probably be a little bit different. This is the Chinese Zodiac. I did a few of the, I stayed on track for a little bit, and then, of course, other things popped up. It's obviously not out of my Q-snap. It's still in the Q-snap, but this is a part of my WIPGO as well. He wants to go out. Teddy bear, you want to go out? You want to go outside? Give me 1 second, I'll let him out. Let's continue. He's out. So, the next one I have is Stitching with the Housewives. Rudolph and Mr. Claus. This one is stitched on 28 count Monaco that I dyed with black grit dye. I love how it's coming out, but it will probably be put away until it comes up on my WIPGO. Pretty sure I have that on there because I do want to finish it. I would like to have it finished by next Christmas. I don't think that will be a problem. Another stitch along by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I did finish part 2 this weekend, which was an easy stitch. I could just sit there and watch Christmas movies with the kids. It is the Christmas Wreath Sow. And that bow was part 2. So this one will keep appearing every time there's a release. Hopefully I stick with it and finish it, and it will be done by next Christmas. Teddy is chasing a ball. I don't know if you heard that noise, but it's ridiculous. Everybody's home today except for my husband. So, kids might pop in. And my 18-year-old busted through the door like he owns the place. We're going to have a little chit-chat about that. Anyways, so, my patriotic stitches. This is a Blackbird Designs American Eagle. Not much left on this one to do, but this is another situation where it's a book pattern and not a PDF, so I kind of have to pay attention. I don't know. What are your guys' feelings on PDFs? I love them, obviously. So, the next one, which is also part of that Blackbird Designs. I will pull out the book. Everybody knows this book, of course, but Sweet Land of Liberty book. That was the American Eagle one that I'm working on. And the other one I'm working on is this one right here, Salute to Abigail. And I'm not very far on that one. But there's that. I love it. I need to get it done. My husband's in the military, and I would love to have a patriotic army wall and have those as part of it somehow. My little stack of bags. And we have next, which I worked on this Christmas, is Pandemic. The way my Q-snap is making that crinkle, make crooked, I don't know, it drives me nuts. But anyways, so this is the progress I have. This Christmas I put in most of this right here and then all of this. So I'm working on page 2. This is work with DMC floss number 915. If I would have waited and saw how other people were stitching it, I probably would have done a little different. I do love the way this is turning out, don't get me wrong, but I wish I would have taken a page out of one of the Flosstubers. I can't remember who it is, but they're doing all the animals in a different color, and I wish I would have done that. It would have been awesome. But anyway, so this is this. It's going to be a lifelong project. I don't see myself finishing it anytime soon because there's 20 pages and there's so many other things to stitch, but I am loving how this turns out. I have to be in a well-lit room with my magnifier and just prepared to stitch. I have that one uploaded on my pattern keeper, and I love marking when I get that one done. And last but not least is a new start / restart. So I started this one back in September, and I think I downloaded it to my pattern keeper, but I didn't do it right. So it looked like there was like an extra set of rows. I didn't put that there was an overlap in it or something. I don't know what I did. And it was right when I first got pattern keeper, so I wasn't sure how to work it. But I made the letters extra long. So I took all weekend, well, not weekend, Christmas day after Christmas. Day after Christmas, I took ripping everything out. So I started from scratch. And this one is a Stitch Rovia pattern. It will be for my sister. So this is my one deadline that I have to do for the year for 2021. And I'm hoping to get it done by February. if not January. They are moving into a new house and they will have a bar area. I'll post a picture of what it's supposed to look like. And this is the one she picked. Hopefully by February, because her birthday's February, but like I said, I would rather have it done in January since it was supposed to be a Christmas present, but you see, I didn't finish it. Plus, they're not in the house yet, so is it really a deadline? I don't know. But it's so cute. I love the colors. I've been bouncing around because stitching with green kind of got boring, so I got that shot glass in there. Yes, so that is my WIP parade. Hope everybody enjoyed that. The next thing I want to talk about is WIPGO. So I don't know if you've heard about WIPGO, but it's basically like bingo. I'll link I don't remember who came up with this, but there's an awesome YouTube video about it and it explains everything. So I'm hoping that it keeps me motivated to get stitching and to switch up my stuff a little bit more. And also, who doesn't like to reward themselves? So this is where I need your help. What should I reward myself with when I finish a line? And all I did was, I have my note binder. This is where I keep all my notes for cross stitch and stuff. And I just made myself a 5x5 grid, and I wrote the existing WIPs with the exception of the Kawaii Winter Sampler. I didn't put that on here. I should have, but I didn't. Anyways, and then I put in like new starts and 500 stitches on certain things, page finishes. I just put a little bit of everything. You can go to my Instagram page and you can look at it a little bit better. And then on this side over here, I put the numbers that were called. And then right now, because some numbers were already called, dang, that light's blowing it out. You can see I highlighted around them yellow so that I remember in January those are the ones that I need to do. When I complete that block, I will color it in completely. So that is my WIPGO for 2021. I didn't participate in last year, but I figure, what the heck, why not? Why not do it for this year? I think that's everything. My quilt is not complete. I'm very mad at myself, but kind of not my fault. A lot of my stuff that I was making, I was sewing on my machine, but my machine was acting silly, so I had to borrow my daughter's little machine to finish a lot of my Christmas presents, which worked out great. I'm glad she has one. She got one for Christmas last year, and I'm glad there's an extra sewing machine in the house, but it's not my big quilting machine, and I don't want to shove a twin size or almost twin size quilt in a little machine. It was a workout on mine. I can only imagine I'll be pushing that machine over and it will be falling. So there's no progress on that one. But I do plan on getting that done. I just need to figure out what is going on with the tension. So if anybody has good ideas, I've tried rethreading it. I've cleaned it a million times. I've changed my needle. It probably just needs a servicing. It hasn't been serviced ever. So maybe that's what I need to do. Yeah, so I need to mess with that. I just didn't have the time to mess with it during Christmas because I had all those presents to get done. I did get gift cards and money for Christmas. So next video, I'll show you all what I bought. I'm so excited to get what's coming in the mail. Oh my goodness. So stay tuned for that. And next year's plans, I do plan on coming, I do have an idea to come up with a new cross stitch bag pattern. Not necessarily a pattern is going to be based on the thing, but new features. So I will talk about those when that happens. And other than that, I hope everybody has a great and safe new year. 2020 hopefully can't be any worse than 2020 is over. Let's just say that 2020 is over. Thumbs up for that. 2021, hopefully that we can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't get me wrong, I do love teleworking. So if that could stay, that'd be great. But anyways, I'm rambling. Totally rambling. Anyways, Happy New Year, everybody, and thanks for coming in to visit, and see you next time. Bye.